it's important to know that people think of South Melbourne, they think team of the century, dominant club, but those early days in NSL were tough. I remember going to some incredibly tough derbies against Heidelberg, and it was a domination of Sydney in the early days. So we had a tough time. Whilst we had our stars and we had some big teams, it just wasn't quite happening. And of course, 84 came.
Block go, and another shot coming in from Holford. Now it's Crino. 1-0, Oscar Crino.
It started the year before when Len McKendry came after Ali Rasic was moved on, and we were not on a run. But 84, it all came together, and that really is, for me, is my favourite team, and it really put us on the map in terms of us believing that we could dominate and be a force in the national competition. And that team was just amazing. I think it came at a great time in my life. I was 13, and at that age, there's not a lot going on other than a bit of school and a lot of sport, and it was my time with my dad. My father had a restaurant up the road, and a lot of the players used to go there. Wayne Ellis-Shine, we were there at Middle Park. What a place. Such a history for Greeks, migrants coming off the boat up the road. Just a wonderful ground, a small, a cauldron of atmosphere and passion. So many friends. It was like a second home. So many opposition players talk about Middle Park fondly. It was just amazing. There's nothing like it today.
He approaches the ball and makes no mistake.
And what a team. It takes a special mix to put a championship team together. You need a great president, who we had at the time, Leo Anasakis, who's revered and respected by so many people as just a wonderful man who his word was his bond, and a strong board, but an amazing coach in Len McKendry and the players. We were just a blend of skill in Oscar Crino, who's one of my heroes, and Alan Davidson is a legend of Australian soccer, and Brown and Egan. I mean, what a lethal combination. It was star-studded all over the ground, and I think it's important to say we were the dominant team that year. We earned it. It's important to remember there's 24 teams, 12 in Southern and 12 in Northern. Not like some of those early A-League wins with 8 teams. This was an extremely tough competition. But we finished the league on top. Then the final series came, and of course, you have a dominant year, and then you have to do it all over again. And there's always that fear that you're going to fall on a banana skin and it's all going to be lost in a game. And we didn't have it our own way. Both in the Croatia game and the Heidelberg game, we fell behind. But we got through the Croatia game, and then, the Southern Division final, that will go down for me as maybe my favourite day in my time as a South Melbourne supporter. It was just such a massive game. To try and explain that day, it was a beautiful sunny day. It really is the Oscar Crino game. He only played 3 years with us, but what an impact. He made team of the century, and he bossed that game. He took the game by the scruff of the neck and scored 2 goals, and was involved in Charlie Yankos getting sent off. I just thank him from the bottom of my heart, because I don't think I would have recovered if we lost that game. Of course, we got to the final, and that was a wonderfully talented Sydney Olympic team. And some of the boys that went on to some huge careers, in Jim Patikas and Chris Kalantzis. Peter Catholis is a legend of NSL. But they were star-studded. But I just think we had them covered a little bit physically. It was a midweek game at Olympic Park, huge crowd. Charlie Egan scoring both goals. The crowd went crazy. At the end of the game, we're celebrating, but it was only like half-time. We had to do it in Sydney, and we went up there and did the job, and it was another 2-1, so we were 4-2. In the end, I think we proved we were the best team. We were blessed. It was an amazing time, and a great time in my life and a great time in the club's history, and a brilliant team, and one that will be remembered forever.